Okay. Think of an object, a place, or an occupation, or a role. Okay.
Going back to that, huh? Great.
Object, sort of thing, place, occupation, or role. Write it down. Okay, next, number 2. Think of a descriptor. It doesn't have to be related to number 1, but it could be. Think of a descriptor, so an adjective or an adverb.
Bless you.
Curious, right? So think about an adjective or adverb and write it down. Okay.
We're gonna sketchbook here, be guys.
Choose one of the two if you like adjectives more, if you like adverbs. Okay, just a new, not a repeat, right? So repeat, you're choosing either a noun or an adjective or adverb. Okay. An object, place, occupation, or role, or some kind of descriptor. Okay. Okay, do we have that? Okay. So turn to the person sitting next to you.
Hello.
And
I haven't seen you before.
see if we can get everyone, hopefully everyone's got a partner. Okay, so what I want you to do, hang on. Yeah.
There's a lack of persons.
There's a lack of persons there.
Over there by Alexi.
Hey!
No, okay. So let's do this. You guys work together, right? And then, Jared, why don't you guys go ahead and come on over here. And then maybe you guys in the back, you three in the back, can do this as in a Okay.
Yeah, I already started streaming. It's on for like a minute now. Been a minute since I started streaming.
Okay.
Stephanie, are you camera shy? No? Okay. Just making sure because you're being filmed for the.
You're gonna match up your number 1 with their number 2.
Okay.
Okay, so your noun with their adjective. See if it makes an interesting title.
Dang it! Cheers. So what's your noun?
Steven, can you do it? What? What's your number 2? I froze. What? Mine was blue.
I don't even know what's going on. I mean, like, what's happening, guys? Fill me in.
Oh, nice!
Oh, yeah, I'll go to my scoop. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll go there. Hold on.
Maybe his number 1 and your number 2. What does that make?
What's yours?
So this is like a temporary seating, right? Like, probably it's for the purpose of this lesson only. That's why. So probably that's it. I feel so confused. Oh wait, yeah. I mean, I'm not confused. I just felt like it just for a second. But let me go here. Okay, got it. All right.
And then does that make an interesting flash?
Maria, welcome. Hello. Yes. Let's see. Inventive title warm-up icebreaker. So what do we make up for these names? What do we make up for this?
1 and 2, so 1 is going to be a noun, and 2 is going to be an adjective. The first name is just 1.
So 1 is like an object, right? So like any object? Okay, car for 1. 2 is what? Adjective? Like, can it be in color or size or? Okay. Medium.
Okay. So you're combining
size.
One of you as a noun, one of you as
Okay,
a
so then what? And then the last one is.
Choose adjective.
Moist spaghetti.
Another adjective?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you're number 1 and you're number 2. What do you guys get?
Rainbow.
It's a moist
then-
spaghetti.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
You take my number 1.
You can add an adjective for that.
Take your number
It's
2.
not an adjective, it's an article. And
Oh, frick. Really? Oh, wait, hold on. So how do I write it down?
So for number 4, you guys up to that yet?
We're about
So we're
to.
thinking for number 1,
Or the moist
a noun, number 2, an
The
adjective.
other moist.
Oh. So
Write
I
down the
take.
date, Rhea.
So
Number one, just think of any sort of noun.
I guess.
so I took. So I put like blue here, right? Yeah. Okay.
It's like in a blue car or something.
Moist doctors.
Okay. So blue.
As much as I like to be the moist doctor.
All right. This is getting interesting. All right. All right. I like where this is kind of going. Yeah. What is happening? Seriously.
Okay.
Would you like to watch
All right. You know what? Hold on.
We got two more.
Come on now, guys.
Oh, don't touch me, bitch!
Okay. Okay. So try number 5, basically the same thing, but you're reversing. The other person has the noun, you have the adjective now, or however.
Yes, with a...
Okay.
Okay, so
Running approaches.
we just pick another one, or okay, so
Staring at those.
And then you could do like rainbow hat or something.
okay, all right, coolio. All right, down. I'm down. Yeah. Let's see if I just put it in this angle. See what happens. You know, let me put down the screen. There we go. Now, yeah. So now I can see you. Oh, but I kind of can't see me. But well, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the main character, sort of. I mean, and you're just a friend I just met. So, yeah.
All right, for your number 6, see how you combine the last one. So you might end up having 2 adjectives, 2 nouns. We'll see if that comes up with an interesting title.
Okay,
We got
so
a very interesting title, indeed.
Combine your number 3.
Oh. It's like big rainbow again.
big rainbow again.
Yeah, and then you write big rainbow for number 16.
I think I'll put big rainbow.
Moist doctor.
I'm down. Yeah.
Moist doctor. I'll keep
Hold on, let me just turn this over here.
moist
Try it.
doctor.
Wow, it works. Hey, Rhea, you want to say hi?
What?
We had to watch a film about Uganda.
You want to say hi to this camera?
Like they were talking about how
It's a live stream. Yeah. You want to say hello?
Sorry if I got that.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yay. I still didn't finish my stop motion project yet. I'm wondering if I have time to do it. Hold on, let me get my headphones. I'll be right back.
So first you pick.
you will come back with every
Now.
Okay.
Make a title.
Who's like?
Oh wait, it's over there.
There's some confusion, some of you may be
Wait.
in here too. Okay, when you're choosing, can I get that off, please? I don't know why I'm hearing that right. Okay, so for what I'm asking you is to use the categories from here, but this should be a new word, right? For number 3. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting, a different word from each one. So if that wasn't clear, just go ahead and change 3. So a title should get at like the basically the conflict of what's going on in the story, like Star Wars, right? It gets at the main conflict. Combine 3 together. Word wall.
I couldn't read it in time, but I think you put down another noun.
You guys? Computer running.
Let's see.
So we're supposed to make a new
Big Mama's house.
moist doctors?
No, it's Fat House.
How would you even make that?
Wait, so we moist
Okay.
moist doctors.
Big rainbow. Cool. Yeah. How about you guys? So you did the first one. Okay, now what you want to do is take the second one, right? For number 5. So basically what we're doing is like we come up with these 3 words, 3 different words, right? Director, you got director, what?
I don't have a third one. What's the third one?
The third one is you can choose an adjective or a noun. It's up to you. The point is that you don't know what your partner is coming up with. So sometimes we don't try to like overthink
I like
it.
it.
Does that make
It
sense?
does stuff.
It doesn't really make sense.
Unlike
Okay, so we're making a title for a movie.
Oh.
Okay, and when we make titles for movies, sometimes the main thing is we just want to make sure it's appealing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a little bit just more of a creative exercise to see if we can come up with attractive or interesting titles.
What about 4, 5, and 6 then?
So 4 is a combination of your first words together, or actually your first and his second. And then
My
the
first and the second, okay.
right, and then the 5th is your second and his third.
Oh, what
And
about
then the last one is your third together. Just see if it comes up with an interesting title.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, my first is.
So, our 6 is the movie we're gonna make, right? Oh, the 6 is the movie, right?
Okay, the point of this, guys and girls, and I want to hear what your titles are. The point of this is to just come up with some interesting sounding, interesting,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
attractive titles.
Yeah.
We're not making a movie necessarily, but it's an exercise.
We've got
in
some
creativity.
interesting titles for you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, let's hear them.
Voiced Doctor.
A what?
Not doctors.
Doctor, sorry, voiced
A
Doctor.
moist doctor.
Yes.
Okay. How many of you would go see a moist doctor?
Let's see those hands.
Sorry. Okay, so what do you got, Jared? Yeah.
No, the doctor. It is moist.
What do you got? A cold optometrist.
First part is film, the second grade, the third is second.
Yeah, two.
Okay.
Blackstone Jesus.
Blackstone Jesus. Nice. Okay. Anyone
First
else?
is
Yeah.
my first and your
Oh, we
second.
got
Wait,
bitches
no,
built.
I'm going to My first and your first. Basically.
Yeah.
Right?
Fidget spin billboards?
That's what he said. So
Fidget
the fourth
spin
one
billboard.
is my first and your first. Together, combined together.
Okay.
You have
Mr. Nagel.
and I have film.
Wait, Mr. Nagel, can I grab headphones?
Film there.
Can I grab headphones?
Hey guys, please.
Can I grab headphones? I'm just asking a question.
Not until the warm-up's done. Okay.
Okay, fine.
We're gonna do some things that are a little different today. Okay, so go ahead.
But I didn't have time to finish my.
Hey guys,
Wait, also.
let's get it quiet, please. Okay, vivacious bit.
It's just great, guys. Not have to wait. It's dumb. All right.
Oh, you got a cover going.
And then the last one.
Nice.
What was the last one again?
Okay.
Fine, I'll play the waiting game, Mr. Nagel. That's what you want.
You got a
Jeez.
title?
Let's just do.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
supposed to
combine
be
those,
more or less
so combine
random.
together what you said.
It's like joining two words together so you get an interesting
Do
title.
great director.
I mean, how many of you, what do we mainly look at movies for? How you decide whether you're going to watch a movie or not? It's new. The trailer is one, right? Okay, what are other attractive characteristics?
Oh, the characters.
Oh, when they're in the
Characters or the actors? Whoa.
The actors. Why the actors? Because if you have some like actors that are doing it for the first
Hey
time.
guys,
What do you call this reach?
let's not get too much crosstalk. Okay, totally.
What?
You want to go ahead?
Like a locker? I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah, the law.
Why the actors?
Why? Because like good movies or usually really like high budget movies, they have a lot of resources to use, and so that's why they could hire good actors who could make you feel emotional or connect to the movie.
Okay, so it's more about the actors? Okay.
I know, but like I'm saying, like get
Okay,
big actors.
when is
usually need
the,
a
okay, to credit you, when, and can you get the earbud out?
Oh, I'm not listening to music. I just
Okay, I don't know.
I just have it to look cool.
It's not working. So, it's not in here, right? Come on.
These people, come on.
Why would characters matter if it's like a new film?
Well, like, could you find this characteristic?
Okay, but the only time you're gonna really be drawn to characters is if like you've seen like, for example, like Star Wars They're going to be drawing characters that we've seen in the movies before, right?
Okay.
Yeah, see? It's like,
Okay, but if it's an entirely new movie, which I know is getting less and less.
like what their personality is and stuff like that. Hey. Hey.
Who? But you're talking about the actor now.
Oh. Who she plays.
You can't even remember the character's name,
I never watched
so you're not helping your point.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get at like that. I think you're more interested in the actor, right? Right. Established films, right? Established stories. The Hobbit, whatever it is. So. Okay.
Maybe 2002.
Sorry.
When's the principal coming? Oh.
Okay.
Oh, it's right there.
Great. The titles too does play a role, and the titles is going to play a role. Like if you're going to submit a script, people are going to start with looking at the title, and if it sounds interesting and it should reflect something about the story, then it may encourage them to read further, right? Because some of these scripts, I don't know how you guys know how long some of these scripts can be for movies. Yeah.
Like at least more than 300, right?
No, I think it depends. I mean, in general, I think they're around 100 pages for depending on the film.
Okay.
So I think it's somewhere around for every minute of not always exactly accurate, but every minute of footage, like it's a 90-minute film, somewhere around there you're gonna get a page dialogue and a page description. So just trying to try some things. I do want to get you guys into. We're going to look at some things today in regards to commercials and TSAs, and I do want you to be able to come up with scripts for that. We're going to get into more script writing as we go further with these projects. So title is an important part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here's a couple things I need you guys to write down. We're going to look at some things in terms of that. If you'll start with these here. Unless we've got any other interesting titles you guys want to share.
Oh, spinning person.
Okay. Let's go ahead and write down 1, 2, 3, what works, what doesn't. Right, and we're going to look at these in just a second. Okay, so we're going to look at some of these films here, and I'm going to ask you what works in the film and what does not. Okay. So,
What section are we working on right now?
Just make titles with those words up there.
The heck? Did I just do the? So we're in this section, right? Okay.
So one of the other things too is please write down on this. So Driver is the first film, Hazmat is our second, Escalating is our third. It's just to ask you to write down a few notes as to what works, what does not. And then I'm going to ask you to try to compare them. So, and also see which you think is the best or most effective. That's 4 and 5. And these are pretty short, but you're ready to go? Okay, when you guys are quiet.
is bouncing into both sides, and then he just starts driving it. And the lights go on, and everyone's looking. First drive. Good driver.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened? Yeah.
Drunk guy has a designated driver trying to drive him home, and she's looking on her phone. Drunk guy looks over, sees her texting and driving, and asks, "You need a designated driver?" And she agrees and lets him drive instead.
What do you guys think? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about the shaky cam, and
Oh, so you're now looking at the production value.
Oh.
Okay. All right, I was just talking about more message.
Oh, message drunk driving is better than texting while driving. But and seeing as we believe drunk driving is bad, texting while driving is even worse.
Sure.
Well, they were saying it's even worse.
It's twice. I already answered one.
If the viewer recognizes they not just
Guys, please. Right. It is worse, but is there anything funny, different about this kind of approach than what you would expect? Yeah.
It's more of a comedic approach.
Yeah. So it's kind of absurd that you're taking your hands in your, like, texting, yeah, equally bad or maybe worse, but still, why would you even try, right? Okay. Hazmat is next, so, is there anything, yeah, to go back to what you were trying to get at though, Aiden, you say what does not was more a little too shaky?
Yeah.
Okay, so that part you thought didn't work as well for it?
Like, if it was all about being drunk and driving, then I'd sort of see where they were coming from, but seeing as it was more about texting while driving, it doesn't really make too much sense.
So you'd want a sort of cleaner handling of the filming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, like, it's a personal choice to text one, but you can literally just put your phone away, but once you're drunk, like, you can't choose to not be drunk anymore, so I feel like she's just being an idiot. And
right.
Not, like, they already established that she was a designated driver because he was drunk, they were being responsible, and then she's just on her phone, and she could just not be texting while driving. It's like,
not responsible.
not that's hard.
Put your phone down.
Yeah.
Or you can do the thing.
Anyone else? Okay, let's take a look at hazmat.
Dude,
okay.
Matt suits are on their eyes.
So, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? You could go into that. What works, what is not for that one? Rhea, you got this puzzled look.
I'm trying to think what doesn't work because I like
You like it, so it works pretty well.
Yeah,
What
I
do
feel
you
like
think
everything works.
Okay, so what do you think works well?
Like the message that it's trying to give you.
What would you say the message is?
Wash your hands.
Right, and we're just going a little bit. We're going a little bit overboard, right? Okay, go ahead.
I like the punchline. It's just.
And it's
See
funny.
some guy walking around and has that seat and it's like, give me the force, just wash your hands, just.
So what did you want to add?
It's funny, so it works.
It works. Anything does not?
It's a little extreme, but that's what it's funny.
Right. Okay, anything that does not work, or is this one pretty in the positive? Anything you guys would do a little differently?
Yeah.
How about you, Brittany? Anything you would do differently?
Probably make it a little more slow.
And you felt a little rushed? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah.
Would have like showed them sort of like struggling in the hazmat suit a little, like to do day-to-day activities. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of creative potential in that, and they didn't really use any of it.
So you want to see more?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The thing that's nice about the progression of, like when I grew up, or when I was growing up, commercials had not gotten to this sort of level of where you get some, like you get these mini films in some of these commercials these days, and there's really sometimes high production put into it. So there's a lot more creativity that at least I've seen in general. So it makes you kind of want to watch it. Okay, so I'm going to try. This one's a little more somber, but I thought this one would be good, and I definitely want to hear from you guys on this. So we'll do the feedback part a little bit. Oh, great. Let me just try search real quick.
The video is restricted.
Oh no.
Try again with the Google
Mr. Nagel's trying to watch something inappropriate.
Whoa.
Hey.
Handle this.
Oh wait, yes I have.
Oh, that's cool. Going back.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just a little bit different. So I've got some we can do instead. Yeah, I'll see if I can download that for later. So let's see here. Yeah, let's do this one.
I guess the point of getting new seats just to meet with new people, but I feel bored overall.
Well, I tell you what, I'll give
This
you.
just sucks, to be honest.
How many guys like just from the title junk food? Raise your hand.
Raise our hand.
Junk food or sounds is the one we're gonna look at. Junk food.
Junk food.
I like.
How many like sounds? Okay. Yeah, it's not giving you a lot to go with. Maybe we can go with the other one later. Only junk food.
The certification is an opportunity for many of the students to receive training they would not normally receive.
Sorry.
Technical difficulties here, people. Ugh. Oh boy.
Alright, what do we got?
Just came in. Claire's at 5'9", 300 pounds, 32 years old.
How the hell is that?
Could be only diabetes. Let's make a change.
You're graduating. Watch TV. You would not be can't do this.
Video's right there.
So listen, kids, not to eat too much junk food and try to eat healthy sometimes, so that way you can live a longer life.
Now you
Kill your.
I think that might.
Okay, no, really, what do you guys think? What works, what does not?
It's like too harsh to be a commercial, I feel like.
No.
Yeah, it
Okay,
is. Like,
but-
some people might find it like offensive.
I mean, it's more like a safety video, Rhea. It's more like safety video, not really an ad.
Fear mongering has been shown time and time again with the Red Scare, with all the anti-smoking ads, all that stuff.
No, it's just.
Together, being shown to work really well. I'd say this ad works fine as it is.
Fear mongering is a good.
Fear-mongering is a good
and that's going to be something we'll talk about. And that's a device used to persuade people. Okay, yeah. Totally.
I agree with him because when you just tell someone like, oh, don't do this, it doesn't always work because people don't learn that fast. I don't think like actually you can't just tell someone that, and some can learn like that, but you have to show them what happens and what a real life example like that, even though it's scary, right? It works, like you said, the fear mongering.
Okay. All right.
So what works sometimes is that you have to give like healthy advice.
What's that? I can't hear him.
So what works is that according to that video is like just giving healthy advice not to eat too much junk food.
Right, right. No, you get the basic message. It's just what they're saying is that fear is enough of a persuasive element. What Rhea is arguing is that it's too harsh of an element to use to persuade people, right?
Yeah. I got you.
Okay. Yeah. It wouldn't work for her. Yeah.
Canadian PSA instead. A friend of mine.
Canadian PSA?
A friend of mine used to get when she was watch like cartoons like in the morning when they play like this scary one that had like boiling oil.
You'll have to find that because
Like you don't see anything, but like you know it's really scary.
And then like 20 seconds later, Pokemon comes up. You're like,
Yeah.
boiling oil. Okay, let me try to get the narrative here. Story. What's the meaning by boiling oil and what?
it was like,
Yeah.
I also just want to add, like, I don't think it's harsh because this is reality. I don't think they exaggerated it even that much. This actually happens. Like, that's how kids grow up. They play video games. They don't play any sports, and then they eat a bunch of junk food. They don't exercise, and then they do. I don't think they even exaggerated that much. It's just how reality is. And if you think that reality is harsh,
Don't transmit it on
then
television
guys,
and commercial.
it gets
Okay,
really bad.
but you're gonna find, right, that people have different opinions and that sometimes certain commercials, or in this case PSAs, are gonna work for some people. Some are just gonna we used to say turn the channel, but you would just click off of it, right? So it's not gonna work on them. What we is, I think, arguing for is just that this doesn't work for me. Right? It works for you. It's convincing enough, right? It's not to say that these things can't happen. It's just whether or not you're being persuaded. So I think that's what she's talking about. So this might be interesting to hear from you guys on this one.
Mr. Nagel?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I go borrow the headphones now? Can I borrow the headphones now? Because like we're past the warm-up part right now, right?
Yeah, go ahead and get it.
Okay.
Okay, but hold off on putting them on just yet. Because we're going to be talking about a few things.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't we take a few minutes and you guys talk to an elbow partner, because I haven't really asked you guys to do that. Just staring at me. Okay, which do you think is most effective and why? Okay, which is most effective and why?
Wait.
What do you think?
Excuse me, Mr. Nagel. Do we have to pick from those three, or can we pick from the four that we watched?
Probably the junk food one. Probably.
Or no, the three we watched.
Yeah, like for showing a montage of this one man eating so much
between driver and hazmat, because we haven't seen
so
that.
bad, it's horrible,
and junk food.
Oh, junk food.
Recognition, because I sometimes eat junk food because I crave for them.
Junk
So
food is the
it's so hard to resist.
realistic.
Because like you need it fast and like
realistic.
it affects your body pretty badly. eat too much.
I feel like is that people don't take it seriously.
The comedic effect definitely has one.
Yeah. When they laugh at it,
But
like,
then
they
actual like
take
jumping
actions
the
to
point.
see, like, this is what happens when a kid doesn't eat.
I see. Okay, I think I'll put that down real quick.
Yeah. But then again, I think.
Okay.
With that
So
more casual.
What?
Like for more older.
Yeah. Okay.
Not geared
I
towards
mean,
kids.
PSA is just like safety stuff, which is kind of effective, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, good job.
You guys have a consensus? Hey, Jared, any reason why
It's
you're not
hitting me
over
pretty
there?
hard, really, to be honest.
You gotta talk to your partner.
It's kind of hitting me pretty hard.
What do you guys think is most effective?
But not most of us care about the truth, really, in reality.
Junk food?
It's kind of tough to see where junk food is our friend or our enemy. Just depends on how the person thinks about the food and just eats it, right? I mean, you sometimes eat junk food, right? Yeah, but not all the time is okay. And that's what my parents warned me about these kind of foods. Like, it's so... I mean, especially Red Robins. I love Red Robins to the core, you know? It's such great stuff. You know? I love the Red Robin, the Royal Red Robin. Not the Royal Red Robin, the Red Robin Gourmet Cheeseburger. I love that one. I love the fries they give, and like especially the endless like bombless fries. They're dope. I love them. Okay. So yeah, pretty much. I mean, for commercials, there's just I mean, trying to commercial a product, you know, trying to use their ad tactics and everything. But sometimes most of us think they were kind of like lies, like it's kind of like clickbait, you know, on YouTube. It's kind of like clickbait. So yeah, I want to watch out for those. So yeah.
Was that something you had to watch in school, or what happened with that?
Yeah, you click like this button or something.
Yeah, but the logic one too. Oh, here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
You want to see any?
So they've had the reverse effect. Okay, how about you guys?
It's beautiful. Yes.
Junk food?
Oh, look at that thumbnail. That's perfect.
Stop. Oh, because that's
Get some.
Ooh.
You gotta sign into one school. So go to google.com. No, it's going to Google first. And then you sign in.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get home so I can like start streaming real legit content. But yeah, I mean, for me to be in school, it's kind of tough to know what to entertain and all.
But yeah,
what kind of topics? Anything you want?
It's scary. Now it's at the reverse effect. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just take it. I can take it.
Yeah, go ahead. How about you guys? Junk food is the king? Junk food's the king?
Your mom didn't just work.
Junk food?
Junk food.
Obviously, I'm getting something different from you, right?
I think hazelnut was.
Which one did you like best?
The second one has it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that one's funny.
Yeah.
And you think it is effective in driving the message?
Or
is it just entertaining?
Yeah, no, it's just a message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
We can get anywhere at this rate. Man, I'm so tired. I really want to do something.
Okay, if we can move on to what's the difference between a PSA and a commercial. This is just opinion. You write that down. Difference between a PSA and a commercial. Yeah.
So Canadian PSAs are known for being just crazy.
Yeah.
This is worth watching again.
It's not even that crazy.
Well, no, this is like on children's television.
Yeah.
It just so like
to get the message across.
Yeah, don't go to the kitchen. That's where they make all their food.
Yeah. And that's a commercial?
It's a commercial.
Oh my god.
Okay, junk food is not ours.
Got it.
Apparently this Trump.
back to cat dog.
That's all good.
What happened?
Now Tarwako's more like it was a different time. Don't worry.
Wow. Was it just called chicken and cow?
Cow and chicken.
Wait, what's cow and
I
chicken?
remember that.
No.
What was your childhood?
Okay,
My childhood was
so just write down what's your opinion, what is the difference between this, and then we'll look at a commercial in a second.
I've been streaming just for 40 minutes now, and so far it's been pretty chillaxing. Nothing crazy happens.
Okay, what do you guys think? What's the difference between the two?
I'm trying to load a Super Smash Flash game right now, and it's loading slowly.
Okay.
Why is it not loading? It's lagging, I
Commercials
swear.
just want to sell you
I
stuff.
don't like
PSA
lagging
want to actually
games
like teach you a
ever.
good moral or like enlighten you to this new crazy thing that's going on.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, let me just go ahead and just download it.
Couldn't you argue though that Facebook's trying to change your behavior as well?
Yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean that in like something, and PSA is more like change your an activity you're doing or something like that, not get something else. If that, I'm not really doing something.
Oh, I know what's the
No,
solution.
you
Let's
are.
just go
I
click it
was
from here.
just trying to. I'm not. It's not like I'm trying to catch you. It's just, yeah, they both have.
I can't play it. All I have to do is just go back to games, just select it itself. Why even bother doing this?
Objective, you would
Leave.
say the difference between objectives are.
Let's play. For fun.
Um,
It's not fun. If I can get this thing to work.
London, did you have something to add?
Doesn't much
I'd
fun
rather you not
because
talk over.
bullshit.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is never gonna work because this camera's not gonna help me to ever. Oh wait. Wait, let me. Wait. Let me face.
What I'm doing is you get a client.
Yes. No. Get some help. Get some help, sir.
As a 90s boy band inside.
What?
Same on the outside, different on the inside. Snickers and hazelnut.
You could argue that PSA, you're not.
That's a PSA. Okay, Zach. Argue why it's a PSA.
What?
Why is it a PSA? No, you don't want to bite on that? Okay. Alright, so, how is the message different? But it only makes that much sense. Yeah, I think we're just trying to get at what's the difference between the message in both? Like, the difference between the message in a PSA and the difference between the message in a commercial. Yeah.
This is not a message, this is just convincing you to buy sneakers, basically. That's the difference
Well,
from
but,
the PSA.
okay,
So.
but the only thing is if you say that, I mean, it's convincing you to buy something.
Yeah, it's like advertising, it's not PSA.
I don't know, maybe it's just a difference of like semantics or just little things, you know? Like, but you're given a specific thing, like whether it's you feel good about Coca-Cola or you feel good, you are feeling good maybe about Snickers because they're using humor to try to get you interested in their product, right? So it's still some kind of message. They're just saying this brand is all about fun, or you know that kind of thing.
Oh, that kind of message. Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Did you have a follow-up, Mariel, or?
I was gonna say like, an ad wants you to buy something specific for their own benefit. They don't really care that much. Like, for example, if it's a Snickers, it's a candy bar, but it's like, that big example. Eat that much candy because, like, it'll be bad for your health.
Yeah.
We want your money. Buy our Snickers.
Right, and maybe you could say they're at odds with
With items on though.
Yeah.
Why? I forgot to turn off items. I'm stupid.
Okay.
Okay.
So make sure you have the opinion. What's the difference between these two? How's the message different than information between commercials and PSAs? Right. Let me just fix that real quick here. And then what I'd like to do is go on to persuasion and just, talk about that a little bit. So that's a little clearer. Okay. Do a PSA.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Destruction. Let's go.
I don't know if that makes any more sense, but it's about the message just being different, right, in either regard.
I'm mad.
So, I don't know if we can really get into this a little bit more, but it's more about the, more about the intention. Would you guys agree with between PSA and commercial?
You like that? Like a DK?
The intention, or not really? The information pretty much the same? Why don't we go ahead and move on to persuasion, and then maybe we can come back to this in a moment. What is persuasion if we look at persuasion? Yeah, go ahead.
About the intention, I think it's just our commercials don't care.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Text and drive, stay healthy. Context in the commercial is buy our stickers and then
Okay. So no, that's good. I mean, as far as like looking at them in terms of their intention is about selling their product, promoting their brand, and whether or not that has any social ramifications or health ramifications, whatever it is, it's really just about that. It's sort of irrespective of, good intentions, you're saying? Okay. Yeah. Does that mean that all advertisers are evil then? Or immoral, maybe? Technically? Okay.
Kinda are.
Okay. Can some, how about this? Can some advertisers be promoting things that aren't necessarily immoral? Like obviously junk food is probably not going to be good examples, especially since we just saw a PSA on the effects of junk food. But are there products that you guys feel like are good? Okay, that's good. Well, no, food, right, and not junk food. They have to market lettuce. They have to get people to buy lettuce, buy things. Okay. You guys think of any others? Or are all?
You're still thinking about ads that are terrible and have immoral.
What's that?
You still talking about ads with immoral sort of messages?
Yeah.
There were a couple of ads in Germany back in World War II. I've seen a couple of board games which were sort of advertising the Holocaust.
So what were the ads about?
Well, there was a board game all about sort of catching up as many Jews as you can.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was called, but if you remember it, did you?
Okay, so
something like that. It was like Monopoly.
Evil advertising.
Evil.
Or
more
evil
evil.
advertising.
There you go. Even more evil than Monopoly.
Even more than junk food.
The game?
Okay.
Yeah, the game Monopoly. There we go. Labyrinth.
Okay, so do me a favor real quick. What I need you guys to do, I'm going to come back in just a second. I need you guys to look up persuasion and look up propaganda. And let's start with persuasion. Find a definition of that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, David Bowie was in it. Back when he was cool.
Persuasion. Let's define persuasion.
Well, game over for my Mario. Okay.
Who's that one movie? Dogs.
Good one, Jared.
We have to find what persuasion means and put it in our notebook.
No.
Frick yeah, let's do that.
Plague dogs?
Wait, no. Dogs, no. All dogs are it's like
Ghost. Yeah. He starts going to hell.
And eventually he gets there, and one of the dogs is like, out.
It's like default they go to heaven until they live.
Probably it's like the way of making someone like.
Dogs are cool. They all go to heaven. Yeah, Plague Dogs. That was a horrifying movie. Horrifying person.
Plague Dogs?
Yeah, Plague Dogs.
Got Link.
Good horrifying.
Okay.
Kids movie in America.
Persuasion and propaganda. Thank you. Okay. Sorry about the
persuasion.
Go ahead and get that off, please. Okay, so persuasion. What does it mean? What does persuasion mean?
Oh man, this is stupid. I just looked it up. You're not.
Yeah,
You're not.
It's like convincing someone to do, say, or think a certain way, or believe in something.
Convincing someone to say what did you say?
To do, say, believe, or think a certain way.
Do, believe, or think a certain way. Very good.
It's actually way better than the Google definition, which uses persuading in the definition.
Damn it!
Supposed to
I was
do.
gonna say that now.
Not to excuse it, yeah. That makes
You're not
sense.
supposed to use the word in the definition of the word.
I think I'm pissed with you.
Okay.
Does propaganda have to be from the government?
So, yeah, that's a pretty good definition.
Come on, spam. He's spamming it up there, and I still won. Freaking! Oh my god.
Okay.
Bad.
Let me just.
It definitely can be both.
This Mr. Magic.
Does anyone have anything else with that? Anything a little bit different?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good definition. Do some of you? I think we need to add a little bit though to that. No, I know it's a pretty good definition, but
I got baited. I'm mad.
the reason why here, let me get into the reason why. Because it's going to go at very much what we're going to do.
Forget.
Alright. Okay, convince someone to say, do, or believe, or think a certain way, right?
Oh, give me poison.
Okay.
That's beautiful. That's what these BS characters.
That's the end result,
Forget.
right? And what I'd like to get at a little bit more, guys, please. A little bit more is how you get there.
Yes.
Okay. So, because how you get there is kind of what we're going to explore more today, and also when you make, whether we choose a PSA or commercial, I haven't decided that element of it, but they're very similar, so it's going to be more later on.
Spam it.
Okay. If you guys will maybe add this to it, how you get there is through means argument, right?
Yeah.
How you get there is through that or reasoning or plea, right? So if you could add that to it, convincing someone using argument, reasoning, or plea, I'd be happy with that. Because what are they doing when they use junk food of those three? It's not really a plea.
Can't you like
To make someone do something is persuasion. That's how I look at it.
Not if you drug someone, like,
it's not persuading.
You're okay.
I mean, your thumb.
Yeah, if you have a gun against their head or drugging them, that's not really persuading them.
Okay.
That's called torture, right?
Okay.
That's called coercion, not persuasion. So.
Burn.
Okay, so argument, reasoning, or intrigue. How many of you, for example, like people when they appeal to your reasoning? Like, you shouldn't go. I don't know, example-wise. You shouldn't go, like as a little kid, you shouldn't go outside when it's raining without a coat on because you'll get wet.
She was cursed.
Right? Yes. That's a reasoning, right, isn't it? You give a reason. Rather than, please don't go outside without a coat on. Or flee, right? Okay. Okay, how about so what I would like to do next, oh yeah, let's look at propaganda before we go on. Okay, so what's propaganda? Okay, did you guys, hey, if you didn't write down this, if you didn't have at least some kind of definition, please get that down. Okay, I've got it, I'm putting it up there. What's propaganda?
Propaganda is like a piece of media that is trying to promote a certain ideology through the use of typically stretching the truth in some way.
Okay. So propaganda in terms of like in support of certain ideology?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A piece of media trying to do this. And they usually stretch the truth when making a piece of propaganda. Yeah. It was really big in World War II.
Where? Which side?
What do you mean, which side? Any side can use propaganda.
Well, true, but why is it stretching the truth? If, for example, they're asking you to invest in war bonds during World War II. Right? They want you to invest in a particular thing because you're helping out. How is it stretching the truth? You're just saying
stretching the truth. Okay, let's say
using
some sort of fallacy, or basing it off of some sort of fallacy. Let's say.
What? I don't know that I would see it necessarily all propaganda being based on some sort of fallacy. I think we get
which one can you think of that isn't?
I think we get the sense because it's been used a lot. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that is a fallacy. That's a different one.
Can we have it quiet, please? No. Okay, Zach wants to share something in London.
People will be, or people, type of people will be portrayed as things that they aren't, but people will be portrayed as a lot of it. It's just like, even though it might have, there are for truth, but there's also some truth, but it's often one-sided. So it makes one-sided look good.
Well, I'm not saying it's not without bias. I'm just saying, like, if you see a bumper sticker, for example, that says support the truth, is that a stretch of the truth? Isn't it propaganda though?
No.
No, it's not propaganda.
They use a fallacy of some kind to sort of.
Well, I get that you're sticking with the fallacy thing. I don't necessarily agree that all propaganda is being used for fallacy. Or supporting
with
truth.
a fallacy.
He's using a fallacy to support it, but it may have good intentions. What?
Well, I'm pretty sure all propaganda has good intentions. That's like the whole point of propaganda, to save people as easy as possible.
Whose perspective?
Are you trying to say they're just exaggerating, or I don't get it. I mean, say fallacy.
Like they could use an appeal to emotion. They could.
Is that necessarily a fallacy though?
Yes.
Okay.
Appeal to emotion is very
okay. London, yeah. Sorry.
Kids are like misleading and it's used to promote
Why are you watching
Okay, I'm not going to disagree with the fact that propaganda in general has been used to be misleading. I'm not, but I would be careful about saying all propaganda is necessarily misleading.
How did he survive that?
Okay, okay, how about this? Rather than us arguing back and forth, did anyone look up the definition?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your definition?
What I said.
What the hell?
Say it again.
It's information, especially of bias or misleading nature used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view.
Where did you get this definition?
In the dictionary.
Just the Google?
Yeah.
Okay, how about an actual resource? It'd be nice to have an actual resource. Like, is it from a dictionary?
Yes, it's a little.
You got a thought?
Oh, I went to the Merriam-Webster one, and it states ideas, facts, or allegations spread deliberately to further one's cause or to damage an opponent.
Okay. Does that necessarily mean they're making up stuff? No. They could use it to make up stuff. Propaganda could be based on lies. I understand. I think we're not disputing that. What's that? Say it again, London. Come on.
Like a poster that's supposed to like get their point across.
Right.
Like force or not force. Show their point of view and
Okay, I wouldn't disagree with any of that. I'm just, if we look at propaganda, this is the one. And yeah, I mean, you should definitely look at outside resources. Be careful about just doing a Google search, right? What is your source? Like if it's Wikipedia, we know Wikipedia, hopefully you guys, some of you guys know, is Wikipedia a good resource?
No. It's a fine resource for like basics.
It can be, but it's not
a fine
necessarily
resource for like basic information. It's nothing too like, if it's nothing too like deep or like, you know, like out there, it's a fine resource to use. Otherwise,
okay. So no, I would agree. Okay, in general with what you guys are saying. But what I would ask is, and maybe I'm going into different territory. It's not really art territory as much. But do your teachers tell you what are resources you can go to get actual factually correct information? What are some resources?
Well, I mean, the problem with that is whenever they're saying, hey, get some resources, it's typically for like some like specific thing, not really some broad, you know.
Well, I'm not saying that. Okay, so give me an example.
Like when you're writing a history report on like, I don't know, the history of Zimbabwe, you're not going to go to Wikipedia for that. You're going to actually look at some other resources. If you're looking up the definition of a very simple word that we use a lot nowadays, and just in general, then I'd say it's like a fine resource to use. If you're looking up
what I want to get at specifically is what resource. Are we talking encyclopedia? Are we talking some kind of published magazine, newspaper, what are we looking at? I just wonder what they tell you. That's all.
.govs are typically good. They say .govs and .orgs are typically good places to go.
But you should be able to go to newspapers too, for most part. No, they're saying no.
I mean, I'd say no.
You say no to newspaper?
I'd say no to newspapers. If the whole reason we're not we're not supposed to use Wikipedia is because it's very easy for any Joe Schmo to just use and edit, then newspapers are just as similar in that situation. Any Joe Schmo can be talking about this story. Yeah,
but that's not the same. The newspaper is not the same as Wikipedia, right?
Yeah, you can't
It's not the same because something gets published in newspapers goes through like more serious sites, right? So as like Wikipedia when everyone can like post and edit and stuff. In newspapers you cannot do that, right?
I mean,
I can't like go into a newspaper and like make my own article, but I can on Wikipedia.
Yeah. Basically, I guess. Like,
Okay, so these are some. I mean, these are. I mean, it's relevant to propaganda, right? In terms of like where you get information, whether or not.
Oh, that's another one.
It's giving you something that you're like. When you hear the word propaganda, I understand you're not going to probably trust it, right?
It's very easy to make propaganda in the news, like newspapers and news coverage of stuff.
Oh,
like we saw that in the whole yeah, fake news. There we go, fake news. That's relevant today. Like during
Facebook, right? Ads.
No.
Okay.
Like during the whole walkout of when was the walkouts for God, we talked about this recently. Wait, no, is anyone in the?
Are we talking about CNN?
No.
Make sure you get propaganda down. Go ahead.
There was a the first like whole big walkout thing was for rights of Chicano students, and the news would like sort of lie about it and say there was a very violent protest whereas those troops said.
Or what?
A few news organizations
or
would
was
say.
it television?
Well, my whole point is television. My whole point is that I'm saying it's very easy to get the wrong information from news.
Yeah. Okay.
That news is not always a good source.
I will just tell you that I've got a little bit of background. Okay. Do you have a?
I like many social media sites like Facebook were proven to be they changed their like algorithm so some stories would appear and some stories would not. Like in the election of 2016. In the election of 2016, things like the Black Lives Matter movement would pop up more than like something that Donald Trump would do, something like that. So there's a bias in that. Yeah.
Depends on your interests, right?
No, it was like they changed it so that it would.
Okay, they might do.
What did he even do there? What?
Okay, that's a different issue than newspapers, right? Yeah. Newspapers. I mean, the reason why I'm saying I used to work at a newspaper. My wife's a journalist. And so they do go through a process where they have to check information and make sure it's correct, it's accurate. And yeah, they're going to make mistakes. A lot of people make mistakes. And they check each other on it. So I think maybe it's a confusing time for you all, but because, yeah, there's a lot of newspapers out there. There's different television channels where if you go to Fox News, it's going to be a very different story about the president than if you go to CNN or any other stuff. Okay, because it's hard to remove bias if it's going to be like an opinion. But if they're just reporting news, it should be fairly similar. And so, I don't know. I mean,
fix them, please, game.
I generally look at newspapers as being accurate and truthful. Although you're going to have some publications that maybe with their opinions show certain bias, and there's some that really do have a different approach to reporting. So I can't get into a lot of it, but I would hope you could go to a newspaper and a website, Washington Post, New York Times, the Chronicle, and feel like you're getting accurate information. So,
even they have been sort of attacked for fake news on multiple occasions.
Yeah, I'm sorry for diverting from this, guys. Okay, so propaganda, we can agree on this, right? It's about spreading of ideas, information, a rumor, for the purpose of helping or injuring an institution, a cause, or a person. Does that seem like something we can agree on? Yeah. Okay. So, whether or not they're using immoral means in terms of like their moral choices, right? I think, I mean, don't you have American propaganda? If I have like I said, if I have support the troops on a bumper sticker on my car, isn't that American propaganda?
Yeah.
Right? If I wear an American flag baseball cap, isn't that to some degree propaganda? Let's go. It's about helping the institution of America, right? Any questions? Okay, so I'm going to show you. You might have seen this before.
Diffuse space.
Tell me if it's a PSA or a commercial. What do you think?
Here. Oh my! I hate something here.
This is a commercial, yeah. This is not the one.
Commercial. Yeah, no, not that one. But it still counts as an ad.
Do we have an ad on an ad?
Yes,
Adception. Adception.
Okay, I was about to say PSA. I see Dove. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a commercial right there. It started as a PSA and immediately commercial.
Commercial. You're evil people.
Okay, let me pass these
Selling
out
your
here.
products.
I can show one more time. Take a look at these real quick. So I want you to try to come up with what's the persuasive device that's being used. And I'll play it again so you can kind of sink it in. You may have some idea. Let's review them real quick. Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
See you, Mr. McHale. Bye-bye. I'm tired. I want to go home right now. I want to go home, please. What the hell? What the hell is going on with these hazards? Gang, calm down. Gang, what the fuck? Stop this. No. Please.
Excuse me, Mr. Nagel.
Yeah.
We got a question.
Sure.
Can I use the restroom?
Yeah, go ahead. Thanks for waiting. Been good and like, I want to leave. Oh, you Johnny.
He's not here.
He's gone.
No, I know. I thought you were like. I thought.
Waiting for him the whole time.
Well, but you didn't help me by going. Is he here yet?
I was asking when he's gonna go. I was like,
I don't remember. Okay.
Take off the coat.
Oh gosh, whoa, game, calm down. Whoa.
I would like to buy a fine automobile.
This is where we don't even die. We don't even die at all.
Okay, I'll just go through these real quick. Okay, testimonial. You got a famous person that's gonna be committed to the cause. So they use that at times to promote, like whether it's teen celebrities coming out against underage drinking, or a lot of athletes. To find popular athletes will be good for this kind of thing. To get people more committed to that cause, right? Humor, we saw some examples of that for persuasive devices. Blame folks. So if you can see it's someone that you can kind of relate to, or I should say common people, if you feel like you connect with common people, then that kind of helps, like with a lot of people, being able to find that appealing. So rather than, you know, if it's someone, I don't know, that's maybe very rich or just doesn't fit that sort of status, you may not look at them as someone, because you don't see them on your level, right? So if they're on your level, someone you can relate to, then they might convince you if they're the person involved. Yeah. Bandwagon, everybody's doing it. So
Alright guys, I'm close to screen.
transfer, associating one positive thing with another, right? Urgency, so act now, don't delay, or it's not going to be here tomorrow. So an appeal to your emotions.